lovely Julianna Margulies. Now, Julianna, George Clooney's going. You sad?
Oh, God. We just shot our last episode together in Chicago last week.
Emotional?
It was just, I just felt like such a geek.
Why?
Because we're standing there, we shot our last scene together, and then everyone is kind of mocking, oh, last time, and I just started to bawl.
Oh, really?
Standing in Chicago going, and we were in the hotel lobby, actually. George was staying to do a few more scenes, and I had to get back for the Golden Globes, and we were standing in the lobby at the hotel, and he goes, I'll walk you to the elevator, and I just started crying, and he's giving me this hug, and he's like, it's okay, you know, I'll be back. I'm like, no. And these people walk out of the elevator, and they're like, it's true. They are an item. You know, everybody. Because we're sitting there crying and hugging each other, you know, and they're like...
Have you ever been an item? Have you ever, because you always hear a lot of people on the set. That,
we have 3 children, but aside from that, we don't.
So you can't let us in, give us a little tidbit on how it's going
I have to say, I'm really impressed with how the writers handled this, because it's a really big deal, and George is such an asset to this show, and I know that it's not just me and the cast, but it's the whole world is going to miss him and miss our relationship. You know, I think it's been one of the best television relationships around, because it's been so real.
Now, when you're doing a series this long, when you're doing a series, I was on a show that long, do you ever, he's taking off, he's going to do movies, I know you do films, do you ever think about leaving yourself?
I only have, yeah, I didn't sign on for more. I'm going to leave after next year.
You're leaving? Oh.
Yeah. But you know what? It's good. It's a good thing.
It's a good thing, but we're going to miss you.
And I'll miss the show, and it's been the most amazing ride of my life. But you know, all good things must come to an end. And it's like Law and Order.
Did they try to negotiate with you to stay?
Yes.
And you said no?
They were incredibly tempting.
Right. Big bucks, huh?
Oh, my God. I called my father, bless my dad, he's just...
You called him, you said, don't worry about it anymore.
Don't
worry about the stock market.
I called him and I said, am I nuts? Just tell me, am I nuts? You know, because you figure if your father says stay, you stay. You know? And he said, you got to go with your heart. And did you ever think you'd be where you are now? And the days you were waitressing, I mean, it's just been such an amazing ride to suddenly be where I am.
What did you want to do? What do you want to do?
I want to go back home to New York. I love it out here. It's great, but I'm homesick, and I want to get back on stage. I miss theater a lot.
Wow.
So I'd love to go home and do theater and do those little independent films that it's okay because I have 3 weeks and I can do it.
And you got all the cash you need, so you don't need to make...
Well, no, I would had I stayed. So I'm really excited to sort of, and I think it's important for the show to bring in new people and allow new people, because as long as I'm on the show, people are always constantly going to be wondering about the Hathaway Ross character, and the writers are handling it. You're all going to be very happy with the way it works out, I think, because it just wouldn't be right if he was killed off, or if I ended up actually finally committing suicide after the pilot. You know, I tried to commit suicide. I keep wondering about that.
This is a big announcement. I mean, that's kind of shocking that you want to leave that. Now, you didn't know, this is a weird direction for you that you even ended up on that show. I heard that you were up for like 4 different sitcoms.
Yeah, they would fly me from New York, and like once a month I'd get flown from New York, and I'd go, I'm not funny. I can't do the sitcom. I'm not funny. And I kept getting tested for sitcoms after sitcoms.
Any ones you tested for that we would know right now that could have been you?
Oh, no.
No? None of them are on?
Dodged good bullets, didn't I?
So you did really well. And what about the free time that you may have now? You thinking about family, marriage? Does that play?
Oh, no.
Not at all?
I've been married to a show for what will have been 6 years, and I'm really excited. I think I want to go and
just explore.
Live in Paris, live in England, go and just play for a while and see where it takes me, and who knows?
You deserve it. Can I tell you something? So even if they didn't offer you, if you're walking away from all the big bucks, don't cut your hair. Don't cut your hair. It's wonderful. You're wonderful. Come back anytime. Julianna Margulies, ER, NBC, Thursdays at 10 p.m. I'll be back with very funny Kevin Nealon right after this. Stay right where you are.